Good evening, Mr. Warren. We're going to try this again. I still new at the new equipment. You represent Ward 8, and this evening on item number 3, I believe it was, with the library, you talked about the building being old and outliving its usefulness and its ability to stand the test of time. Can you talk a little bit about that for me real quick?
There's so many things that go into a building besides just a ceiling. You've got roof, you've got ceiling, you've got electrical, you've got plumbing. And one of the bigger things is just the envelope itself. You've got a building that was built in the 70s. It wasn't built to be energy efficient. So you need to take all that into consideration.
Okay. And you suggested this evening, and I think you had some ideas about where you want to go. You had a presentation to give, something you read off. Maybe moving the library over to the FISTA Center permanently. Where did that idea come from?
Well, I had heard that there was discussion that they were going to have to move all of the library, basically, over to the FISTA for storage while they did the ceiling. And I got to thinking about that and coupled that with the fact that we've got all those other things that eventually are going to need to be done. And it was like, well, wouldn't it be easier and cheaper in the long run and have a better facility if we just left everything at the FISTA and created a library there that could coexist with everything that's being built right now as far as STEM activities and things like that, where children and youth and adults for that matter can go to the library and then turn around and go down and look at some STEM activities and put some of that reading and learning into action.
Did the mayor's Kids First initiative play into any of that at all?
Oh, I think it's playing into everything now. As far as the way that I look at things, I've kind of changed it a little bit without permission from Kids First to Kids First Always, or Kids First in all things. I think everything that we look at, we should look at it from the how it affects our children, because that affects our future. And even down to the littlest things. We should have a little line item there that says, how does this affect children?
Okay. Now, you're getting a little long in the tooth here on the council, and this is probably your last term, if I counted correctly.
I've got 1 year left.
1 year left. What do you hope to get accomplished in this next year?
I would hope to see, none of it's going to be complete, but I would hope to see something with the library decided one way or the other that can last for a long period of time. I'd like to see the museum plans take shape, and I would like to see much more at the FISTA. It's such a wonderful opportunity. We're gaining so much national attention and the ability to help Fort Sill and our warfighters.
Well, Mr. Warren, Randy, you've always been a friend of the Lawton Town Crier, and we appreciate you coming on, even if it is 2 takes this evening because of my mistake. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful night.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
When we co-locate services, we get to share a lot of those services. That's money that could go towards programming, towards digital collections, towards the services that our citizens actually use. Then there's downtown revitalization. Let's don't forget the bigger picture, our downtown. We've invested in FISTA. We've invested in the plaza redevelopment. A modern library STEM learning campus doesn't just serve families. It becomes an anchor, a destination that brings people downtown, that supports local businesses, that shows the world Lawton is serious about its future. Council, I want to address the elephant in the room. In-person visits to libraries have declined 25 to 35% nationwide since 2019. That's not a Lawton problem, that's a reality in our digital age. Meanwhile, digital checkouts and online services continue record credibility if we rush in to fix minor repairs when major repairs is what's really needed. The Central Plaza facility isn't going anywhere. FISTA is in the planning stages, and as we speak, it would be ready for collaborating when design and building phases begin. if that's the final decision. That may not even be the decision, but we should look at it. The great opportunities are available now. This is the perfect time, the only time, to make this decision with our eyes wide open. Here's what it comes down to. Do we want to repair an outdated building, or do we want to create a 21st century learning environment that serves multiple generations, saves taxpayers money, revitalizes downtown, and positions Lawton as a forward-thinking community? Do we want to spend limited capital dollars on systems that will be obsolete before they're paid off? Or do we want to leverage existing investments and create something extraordinary? Do we want to tell our children that we did what was convenient, or that we did what was right? Mayor, council members, I know some of you may feel pressure to approve these repairs now. I know staff has worked really hard on these plans. I know there's an institutional desire to move forward. But I'm asking you, as a fellow servant of this community, as someone who cares deeply about Lawton's future, to take a breath, to ask for more information, to demand the comprehensive analysis that a decision of this magnitude deserves. Because we're only talking about a roof, right? I mean, a ceiling. That's what it seems like, but we're really talking about the future. Because this isn't the last repair that needs to be done. To demand a comprehensive analysis, that decision of this magnitude deserves. Vote yes on the study. Give the committee 120 days to bring us a real data. In conclusion, I would just say in 1973, our current library was built. Personal computers didn't exist. The internet was years away. Digital books were in science fiction. The leaders who built the facility did the best that they could with what they had. Now it's our turn. We know things they didn't. We have options they didn't have. We have an opportunity to create something that reflects not just the libraries, what the libraries have been, but where they're going. Let's not squander that opportunity with a hasty decision. Let's not settle for adequate when we could achieve excellence. Let's not patch when we could transform. I urge you to support the motion for a comprehensive study. Let's give ourselves and this community the gift of thoughtful, strategic planning. Our children are watching. Our grandchildren will inherit what we build and what we fail to build today. Let's make them proud.
Okay, let me see if I can get this motion down to where it's a little more understandable. You want a moratorium on the maintenance expenses unless they're absolutely necessary during this time of a committee to be appointed by the mayor and report back in 120 days. I'm going to put the mission in my words, and you tell me if I'm wrong, the best library plan for the community for the future. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
Regardless of what it is.
Did I know there's a lot of information there, and we'll refer to that in the committee, but did I basically get your motion?
That's correct.
Okay, does everybody understand the motion? Is there a second? Right, we do have a second. I want to compliment you on, you've obviously done your homework on this. It was a great presentation, but I'm going to ask you if you'll accept the friendly amendment.
Yes, sir.
Since you said that the mayor's supposed to put the committee together, I would like to go ahead and appoint you as the chairman. And will you accept that as a friendly amendment?
Yes.
And it's seconded. Now, discussion. Yes, Mr. Hammond.
Thank you, Mayor. You know, if you've ever listened to me, I'm really into maintenance. Maintenance is really something that we have lacked in the city of Lawton for many, many years. And that's one of the things that this mayor and council has been working on extremely hard. I've been here 6 years. It goes quickly. I'm only going to be here another 3. And completing some of that work so that we have longevity in some of the questions, some of the things that have been brought before us. I don't think that 120 days is that bad. I did visit with Councilman Gill and the library, some of the library staff, some of the engineering staff, and looked at that building myself to try to take a look at it. And I do indeed think that there's more that needs to be done to that building besides just that part. I'm old enough to know what a card catalog is, and I went to that library when I was younger, and I remembered what the card catalog actually was, and I think there's like a replica or something. I brought back memories, but I think 120 days is a good idea to try to look at maybe some longevity, especially in light of the HVAC system that I think probably needs to be done when that ceiling is done. Thank you, Mayor.
Any other comments, questions? Let's vote. No, we've got a motion on the floor and a second. We're gonna vote. Are we missing someone?
Councilman Weaver, yours is not showing.
Can you accept a vote from him? So there we go.